Welcome to another Metroid 2 remake. This is a fan-made game, a remake of Metroid 2, as you'd probably be able to guess by the title, that was unfortunately taken down by Nintendo about 2 days after it was put up. At least I think it was taken down. Some sort of copyright thing happened, and it's really unfortunate because it's really, really good. I've played through it twice already, so like I'm already sort of familiar with it. You have 3 choices of difficulty: easy, normal, or hard, and let me tell you, hard mode is terrible. Not terrible because it's bad, but terrible because, goddamn, it is hard. So we're going to stick with normal right now. We are just going to do what we can. Metroids. They exist. And they're highly destructive. So that is a problem. We're going to do something about it. So the Galactic Federation, also known as the Council of Time Lords, is going to send us to the Metroid planet in order to go do some pest control. Look, there's us. Hashtag selfie. Wow. What horrors await me? Probably some fun platforming and action gameplay. Horrifying. What a beautiful planet. Isn't it nice how all the Metroids are going to live within walking distance of our landing site? It's very considerate of them. Alright, so here we are. We've got our ship just hovering very politely there. We can't go over to the left, so we're going to go over to the right. The controls are pretty simple, NES style. You can move around, you can jump, you can shoot. Them's the brakes. We've also got some other additional little helpful controls that aren't actually necessary, but help. For example, you can hold shift in order to fire diagonally upward, or you can just hold up while running. The same goes for C and firing out, and firing diagonally downward. Crouching is sometimes necessary to hit enemies like this guy. Well, for now. And, whoop, there's a dead end. I guess there's no Metroids here. We can go back, we can just leave. We're done. No, just kidding. Anyway, we're going to go down here. A large part of the Metroid gameplay is trying to find blocks you can break, breaking them, and then going through. There's going to be a lot of that in the levels ahead. Additionally, as you saw there, we've got the Morph Ball ability, so that's fun. You don't have to get a power-up for that or anything, like in other Metroid games. We just have it from the get-go. So we're going to go to the left here, because the left hand is sinful. And who are we not to sin on a Metroid planet? Not entirely sure what that implies, but you know, we'll deal with it. You get to just fall down long, vertical passages. That's the essence of Metroid gameplay right there. Long, vertical passages. At least classic 2D Metroid. Not entirely certain about the more modern ones, but, well, whatever. You can also press A in order to switch to missiles. That lets you open red doors. And we can save. You might have also noticed that there's a little counter in the upper right with the Metroid symbol and the number 1. That means we are the number 1 Metroid. No, I'm just kidding. That means there's 1 Metroid in this area for us to defeat before we can... Stop that. Before we can keep going. And lo and behold, looks like we found it. Oh no, he's scary. So when you encounter a new enemy like this, the game will scan it, as long as you're on normal mode. I don't think it does that on hard mode, but maybe it does. Alpha Metroid, immunity to cold temperatures, so basically what it's saying is that you can only kill it with concussive weaponry. And we have exactly 1 concussive weapon, and that is a missile. Ow. Or we could just, like, punch it, I guess. Would punching a Metroid really help? Maybe that would be effective, I don't know. Samus hasn't really tried it. She hasn't really practiced her punching skills all that much. But yeah, so that's an Alpha Metroid. They're not too bad. They can be taken down in a few missiles, and then you can go along your merry way, having defeated one of the scourge of this planet. Incredible. Log entry. So basically what this says is that there's some sort of extremely dense and caustic substance similar to magma. It's not actually magma, it's an extremely dense and caustic substance similar to magma. There's a big difference. But whenever we destroy enough Metroids in an area, there's just a mysterious earthquake that comes out of nowhere that happens to allow us to progress to a new section of the level, so that's nice, I suppose. Sorry about that, got a bit interrupted, but that's fine. We're just going to continue going on our merry way back up the large vertical passage. See, that's the bad thing about vertical passages. You can fall down them and it's all fun and games, but then there's the business of climbing back up, which is usually less gravity fueled. Also, there's a secret shortcut right here. It doesn't really do much, but it lets you pass without having to climb up the little hill. So that's nice. Safe spot. Alright. And before, if we had come here, this would have been full of magma. But now, we can just hop right down. Ow. Rude. Look at this thing's hair. It's beautiful. Ow. Oh my god. So many rude things in this cavern. I will not stand for it. But instead we hop over here and see this is where the lava has gone down to, or magma. I guess it's technically magma because we're underground. Who even cares? Not me, that's for certain. And coming to the right here, we'll enter the first real area of the game. That was sort of a tutorial thing. 4 Metroids detected. We can take them. Hopefully. I haven't even bothered with trying to kill the enemies. I've just been kind of going forward because Samus is tough, she can tank it. Also, a weird little distinction with jumping. If you jump vertically, Samus will just hop up. If you jump while moving, Samus will do flips. Isn't that fun? Cool. Okay, so here we are in the first area. We could go down, but that would be a major waste of time, as I know because I have omniscient Metroid knowing powers. So we're going to go up instead. These guys can help you get health and ammo back if you need it. You can just farm them for a while. Ow. Also, the purple things are health pickups, if I have neglected to mention that. The big ones are worth more health than the little ones. Which makes sense. Alright, here we are at the Golden Temple. Beautiful, look at that nice statue. Someone must have spent a lot of time on that. Let's go ahead and save real quick and see what this place has to offer. We have beautiful blocks that we can just destroy. That's nice. Samus hates artwork. It's one of her notorious character traits. We've also got that thing that we can't do anything about, so we're going to leave. And instead go this way. There, fire thing. Okay. Yeah. This is where having the shift and C buttons comes in handy, because if you hold C, you can get that guy a lot easier. Same with this one. So it's learning little things like that that'll make this game just a tiny bit easier, especially with aiming and such. Aha! Bombs! Alright, our first upgrade. That's a good item jingle. Anyway, so bombs curl up into the morph ball, press the attack button, and they explode. They also let you break those certain blocks so we can get a missile tank. Yay. Get 5 extra missiles. Fun fact, on hard mode, those only give you 2 extra missiles. It's terrible. Alright, and that also lets us basically bypass this entire room on the way back. Isn't that convenient? So the blocks that, when you shoot, have the red circle in the middle, that's the sign for morph ball bombs. You're going to want to use them, because there are a lot of those morph ball bomb breakable blocks. Also, here's another fun thing. Secret thing. Shoot that thing. Ta-da! Yay, puzzles. That's actually a really big deal. That just doubled our health. That's really good. So now we have a blue square next to our health, which is worth 100 things. Up or down, up or down, up or down. Let's go down. I don't actually remember which way is the right way to go, or if there is a right way to go. We can go in here. We can get a secret. Yay. There are a lot of missile tanks scattered throughout the game. How many of them are there? Each is worth 5. I believe the maximum you can have is 250. So, if you start with 30, then that means there's 220 divided by 5, which is 44 missile tanks throughout the game. That's a lot. Cool. Also, we can destroy this and go through here, but this door doesn't work, so it's all a waste of time. That door will be important later. And if we go in here, we get another upgrade. Wow, we're growing so fast. The charge beam. That's not as important, to be honest. Always want to check those, just in case. But that does let us charge up our shots, which lets us destroy these guys pretty easily. And it also lets you draw in pickups that are far away. Excuse me. Great, so we have the charge beam, we got more fall bombs, we are all set for whatever comes our way in the future. Ow. Ow. Stop that. So now we are ready to go up to the top of this room. Or, you know what, the kind of top. Let's go to the kind of top. Nah, the full top. Always gotta do the full top. Go the whole way. No point in doing it half. There's an energy tank up there. We want to get it. We have these 3 things. We can shoot them, but they each last for different amounts of time. So the solution is shooting them in that order. Amazing. Puzzles. Metroid. AM2R. So that lets us enter the secret chamber. It's not quite a secret. You can really just see it without even having to enter it. But it gives us an energy tank, so that's all good. And now we have 3 times the amount of life that we started with. Also a missile tank. Good things. Okay, so this lets us exit if we want to, but we don't want to. So we're going to go back in. We are going to head back down to that other door that we passed earlier and see what mysteries it has to hold for us. I'm not sure if that was a grammatically correct sentence, but you know, that's fine. Grammar isn't important anyway. Ah, yes, down here. There is an important thing down here, too. So many important things for us to find. We just hop down, 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 and we get this little thing tucked away. Like, who put this really important artifact underneath a pipe at the bottom of a large tunnel? Yeah, okay. That jingle is fun, but it's also very long, and you don't want to have to hear it every time you get a new upgrade, so, you know, I'd rather not. The spider ball lets us do this. You can stick to walls, be like Spoderman. It's really fun, and only useful for certain things, like this. It's very useful for this, because we can climb up the wall. Yes. Okay, and in here, we find another Metroid. Ah, get out of here. Yeah. Yeah, these Alpha Metroids really aren't that bad to begin with. They get a little harder later on, but they're really not that big a deal. Cool, I believe there's one more thing we can do in here. Oh yeah, wow! I totally ignored a secret. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? So many questions. Let's go back in here. Remember this room? There was something I totally ignored. If you look on the map, we weren't at the complete right end of the room. So instead, I'm going to go in here. It actually might be good that I have the spider ball for this because it can be kind of helpful for this. You don't have to wait for the blocks to come back. That gets us another missile tank. That was basically the whole point of that. If you go through here, you can see that the spider ball's there. It's a nice bit of foreshadowing, at least if you haven't gotten it yet. But that's basically it. But it's important if you're going for 100%, which I'm gonna try for. I do know where the things are in this game, and I aim to get them. There are some tough ones, but I'm up for the challenge. Where to? Let's go to the top and head out that way. Actually, you know what? Let's end this episode here. And then when I see you next, we'll be back at the entrance to the Golden Temple, considering where to go next. Here's a hint. It's there. We go down. Spoiler alert. See you guys then.